Yeah, you're punk enough. Well, yeah, that's good enough for me.
All right. Well, I'm very excited today to be joined by what I think is a little more than half of the group, half past two, and that was a cheesy attempt at a pun, which I think puns are kind of a Scott thing, maybe.
What is the actual ratio of members here? Are we
No, this is exactly half.
Perfect, perfect.
Ooh.
I think so. We're joined today by Tara, Max, David, and Eric. Um, and I don't know if you want to go over or introduce yourselves as far as what you play or what your role is in the band, or I can try to do it myself.
Sure,
Well,
I'm Tara, and I am the lead singer of Half Past Two.
The credits say that I am next, Max Beckman, and I play guitar and do backup vocals.
credit order? I'm next. I'm David. I play guitar and keyboard and backup vocals and sometimes mandolin or banjo.
Oh, nice, nice.
it's weird. My credits are in a completely different order, but I'm Eric, and I play bass for Half Past Two.
All right, all right. Well,
No, it's a different thing. You're number one on the call sheet. So when we show up to the venue, you're the one
Right.
that's listed up top. But
That's
in
what I
the
thought.
credit, yeah, it's a
It,
different thing.
that's
This
a
is the
reverse
Zoom credit.
alphabetical order.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Almost Punk Enough podcast. What we're doing is just trying to get all the bands that we can that are on the new Bad Time Records tour, and find out a little bit about what the tour is going to be, and get to know some of the bands for anyone that's not familiar with Half Past Two. I have in my notes you were formed around 2006, and around 2009 you put out your first LP called Can't or sorry yeah called It's About Time, and then
Yeah.
2017 another record called Camp Slushstone, and then in 2021 you put out a self-titled LP on Jump Up Records, and then 2024 is when you joined Bad Time and put out Talk Is Killing Me,
Yeah,
and
I
and
think
you
the only thing
oh,
missing was
oh,
Mastering Karate, I think.
oh okay.
Well, he was listing the what streaming services list as full length albums,
Oh,
but
I
yeah,
see.
there's a bunch,
Correct,
there's EP,
correct,
multiple
yeah,
EPs,
sure.
and many singles and covers in between that. But yes, those are the
And what we
streaming
can do
recognized
is
LPs.
is we can go through those in credit order, so we can make sure right now to list them correctly.
We're a very busy band, and we've been a band for a long time. So, yeah,
Yes,
there's lots
yes,
of
yeah.
stuff in there.
And for anyone that doesn't know, your label is a Orange County ska band, and you, from what I understand, all sort of the original members kind of met in Los Alamitos High School, and that's kind of barely in Orange County as far as my understanding. Like you go just across the 605 and you're already in LA County. But I guess first thing I wanted to kind of ask is, you hear that term Orange County ska, Orange County bands. What does that mean to you? And do you consider yourself like an Orange County band or?
Well, I think it's funny that, like you said, we're like barely in Orange County
Mhm.
because most of like the ska bands of the time came out of our high school. So I'm like, Aaron Barrett went to our high school,
Mhm.
Scott K, Monique went to our high school from St. Barris, and all the guys from RX Bandits went to our high school. So, I mean, it's a very important Orange County little
Mhm.
place there. But Max, you look like you want to say something too.
No, I was just looking at the Real Big Fish stickers over here.
Oh.
OC ska, yeah, I think we're an OC ska band, even though that's sometimes a dirty word to some people. I'll defend it till I die because it's not, and it's not anyone's fault in Orange County that the mainstream media in the 90s like took the OC flavor and just made it a punchline with you know Carson Daly's Ska
Mhm.
Saturdays and stuff like that. We're real people here, and there's actually a lot of diverse music like in within Orange County ska. And especially as the bands evolve, like you look at RX Bandits, like Tara mentioned, I mean, their first album they put out right after high school as the Pharmaceutical Bandits is very like third wave ska. And now they're just, super progressive and don't really play much ska, more reggae influenced, whatever, but it's all good. They still play some ska songs live. And yeah, I'm proud of it. I'll say it. Suck
and,
it.
and in my opinion, your band is not really just a ska band. I mean, you dabble in other sounds, and even have songs that would even consider a ska song. So I don't know, want to label the band like that. But now,
Well, I
anyways,
would
Any
because,
band that's
well, I
not
would
orange
say,
is a ska
yeah,
band to some people.
I've really broadened my definition of ska in recent years. When I was in high school, I was very dogmatic about it. And if you didn't have upstrokes, you don't have to have horns to be ska. But if you didn't have upstrokes, I was like, this is not ska. But as I've gotten older and realized that that's not what life is about, uh, I'm fine broadening the definition. If it's ska influenced, you can hear ska influences in some bands, even if it's not ska. And even though we have a few songs that aren't ska, I think the influence is there no matter what.
Yeah, and so now you're on Bad Time, and you weren't on Bad Time. The last big tour was in 2023, when they did the whole like This Is New Tone documentary and everything. But now you are on Bad Time, and you get to play with Bad Operation and all this other great bands. Um, I guess how exciting is this going to be? Are you guys excited? And what are you looking forward to?
There was a little flash of us in This Is New Tone at the very end,
Okay, okay.
but yeah, we weren't on the label yet. It was like, but that was like when I started really like noticing Bad Time and all their bands in like 2019, 2020. That was sort of like, man, I really want to be on that label. And so it was sort of a goal, like especially when we were writing Talk Is Killing Me, because when we did our self-titled, which came out like a few years before that, we didn't really have label support, which is fine. I mean, like we've been doing it by ourselves for a really long time, but we were really hoping like we could be a part of something with that release, and then nothing really happened. So when we were writing Talk Is Killing Me, we're like, okay, let's write Talk Is Killing Me like we are on Bad Time. Okay. And that's why it's kind of like moodier, I think, and a little like darker than like what we normally would do, because we do have this this reputation of being kind of like a squeaky clean, like happy ska band. So
did you start writing the record before you were signed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We wrote the record, like I said, like sort of like we did it like in the years before. Did it take like almost 2 years, you guys? Y'all?
We started in late summer, early fall of 2022, and then we finished it. It took about a year, finished in 2023, and we sent Mike at Bad Time a completed record. It was maybe we didn't have it mastered yet, but everything else was. It was a complete record. We wanted to send our whole vision, and that was in August or September of 2023. And it was funny because he either texted us or emailed us back like, "Oh, I'm gonna give me a few days to like listen and whatever." And then he like texted us back like a couple hours later and was like, "I listened to a few tracks. It's a no brainer. Let's do this." So that was really nice and validating.
Yeah, I want to get into your last album, but before we move on, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the tour. So the tour coming up, is there anything new or different that you're planning to do on the tour? I know you have a new song that is coming out for for the compilation. Is there anything people coming out should expect? That's you're doing something just for this tour?
We got some friends hopping up with us on different dates, and I think for the first time since I've been in the band, we're trying to do more of a rotating set list this time, so
Okay.
that, depending
Hmm.
on the show, we can kind of, we're playing Gilman, and then we're playing these other venues,
Hmm.
so we can kind of gear the set to each night, the vibe of each place. So it'll be cool to, if we're playing Gilman, Omnigon's going to be there, so we'll
Hmm.
definitely do something with my ska dad, Adam.
Hmm.
It's always good to
All of
see
our
him.
ska dads.
Hmm.
Adam is ska dad to all.
Adam's awesome.
He's my burrito bro, okay?
Oh shoot! My gosh, yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, it looks like you're playing the California shows, Arizona, New Mexico. Is that something that was like by choice, something you wanted to stay closer to your region, or is it something that wasn't up to you?
It wasn't really up to us. It was, I think Bad Time was trying to, pick the band sort of like by region. Um, and we are very West Coast.
Hmm.
There's not too many West Coast Bad Time
No,
bands.
no.
There's like Omnigon and us and um well,
Yeah,
Noise Complaint did
I was gonna
the
say the Noise Boys.
yeah, Noise Boys. They did that thing with Coquettish on Bad Time. But that's kind of it right now. So, I mean, of course, we were super excited because the last time the tour came through, we were just like, oh, I so badly want to be a part of this. Like, it's so fun and wild. And like going to the show, I just was like, I need to be up there. I mean, I did get to go up there for an Omnigon
Hmm.
song, but um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this tour just because I know how the last tour went, and then obviously like you watch This Is New Tone and you're like, yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Yes, yes. Is there a city or like a venue you're looking forward to the most?
David, what about you? You barely go out with
Ooh,
us.
man. I'm looking forward to Arizona and New Mexico. Like
Yeah.
I like getting out there to broader places than we normally go or we've played in the past. Like I like seeing those new faces. I like trying to it can be like a battle to like win them over. Just like, hey, hey, we're good. Why don't you come over here to us? We're all friends now.
Trying new gas station food.
Oh man, always down to try new gas station food and then immediately regret it. It's
That
it's
that
it's the life.
that's one of the
Well, that's
questions
because you haven't been to Sheets or Wawa. So,
Or Bucky's.
or Bucky's.
is there like a
I,
go-to places you like to stop to eat? Like this is your go-to if you see one?
We will go at least somewhat out of our way to go to Bucky's,
Okay.
if there's one available, which there aren't on this tour,
Mm.
unfortunately. Um,
Eric
but
and I eat a lot of candy. Like
that's
we don't go
true.
out of our way. Yeah. Eric and
There's
I are
always candy.
really yes, if we see a weird candy or like some like even if there's like a regional like sweet of some kind, Eric and I be eating candy. So
I love a regional delight.
You are a regional delight.
Oh, stop.
wherever we stop has to have Diet Coke though. If it's a Pepsi establishment, like we're moving on.
Well, I saw
so we
you
have the
playing.
regional sweets tour coming up then.
I saw it for your LA show. You're playing at the Echo. Have you played at the Echo before?
I personally have never played at the Echo. I've been to the Echo many
Okay.
times. I mean, like the weird thing about I feel about SoCal ska is while we're all friends, I feel like we don't crisscross over the
Mm.
county line. Like Orange County bands don't typically play in LA, and LA bands don't typically play in
I,
Orange County
I
unless
saw
like somebody's
I saw
invited or
yeah,
something.
I saw Save Ferris at the Echo many years ago. Yeah. Probably.
Okay, okay. I've been
Um.
to many shows there, but never played, so I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
That show's selling really well. It's already half
Okay.
sold out, so
Yeah.
I hope.
I
So
used to
get
Yeah.
your
live.
tickets now if you're listening.
I used to live walking distance to Echo. Unfortunately, now I'm on the East Coast, so I will miss the show. But
Oh, you're cold. You're cold right now, right?
it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. Okay. It's 80 here, so
Well, speaking of booking shows, I know some of you were trying to book some of your own shows at one point. Is that still something you're pursuing? Like trying to book your own ska shows?
Oh, well, we've booked many a shows in our time. We used to, way back in the day, we had a monthly show called Java Ska Fridays that was at a It's a Grind coffee shop. But I think what you're referring to is a couple of years ago, Tara and I decided to start Slush Tone Productions,
Hmm.
and we did a couple shows, and then life kind of happened. I think we would like to do it, but it just we haven't figured out how to make it work.
yeah, we
But we still
sort of
do
like
like book shows, but it's more like with other people's help.
Hmm.
we changed our priorities a little bit. We're like we I mean, we do want to book shows because I feel like there aren't a lot of shows happening like there used to be in our area, like ska shows specifically.
Hmm.
But then we were like, we really want to tour. And it's really hard to be a touring band like booking shows at home
Sure.
because like you're not there to like make it happen. So I think if we like slow down or something, it's possible to think about that. But um
What are these
yeah,
words slow down? What does that mean?
I know what does that mean? Yeah, I mean like if we slowed down, we would just pick it up like with booking shows. So
Oh,
there's that.
boo,
Boo.
boo,
What? Like come
I'll give
boo.
you
on.
I'll give you snaps for that.
We were just talking about ska puns and ska being a punny genre. So I was just contributing
Because
to
I thought you were
to let's bring
I
it
just
back
thought you were gonna
around.
say if we slowed down we'd drown like a shark or something, but yours was better.
No, no, no. I brought the ska back.
Well, I mentioned along with the tour, Bad Times putting out a compilation record, and you guys have a new song called "Nightmares of You" that will be on this record. I did see someone who recorded a live version of it, so I did get to hear it. Um, I
What?
think I
Who?
think
Oh, I
I
didn't
need
see that.
names.
Where's that?
it was on,
Who
it's on
is out there
YouTube.
leaking?
Somebody
We're
leaked
shutting
it.
this down. I'm Lars
Um,
Ulriching this. This is
I
I think
think,
it
done.
was I think it was PD. I think PD put
Oh,
a
okay.
video up of it.
and I
I
So
thought
was
the
gonna
can't
say
really hate
maybe it
on
one,
was
PD.
Mike.
and I
But
saw you post that it's not a ska tune, but it does have horns, and I also want to give credit to Eric. It has a killer like bass solo that I really liked. So,
Ooh, thank you.
um, so is there anything else you want to share about the new song?
it's actually
Or
called Nightmares of You, like EWE, because we're just really afraid of sheep.
Damn it.
No.
He's joking. That's not true. What do y'all have to say about Nightmares of You?
I
Uh,
really like it. It was a different. I'm sorry, David. I've been
no,
talking too much. You go ahead.
no. You go ahead. I was just going to make another dumb joke. So,
Oh, well, that's probably better than what anyway. I think it's cool. Reed Wolcott, our producer, we co-write everything with her since a couple songs before Talk Is Killing Me, and we didn't like start out to not write a ska song. We were just like, all right, we got to write a song. So the night before, I just like jammed out that riff, and I am not a riff person. I'm not a like guitar soloist. I'm a rhythm player. So I was pretty happy that I came up with that and that Reed liked it, and we turned it into a song pretty quick. So I was pretty stoked about that. And then we're like, I even said to Reed, I was like, okay, well, if there's not going to be ska, we got to have this like really banging horn section. And then that just didn't happen because that's what happened. You know, we're just trying to write the best song possible, and there are horns in it, but it just turned into what it was, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought I was good. Um, Speaking of Reed, and we mentioned your other album, your last album, "Talk Is Killing Me." I know you worked heavily with her on that, on producing and co-writing. Um, and I actually reviewed that album for our That's Good Enough for Me site. And so some of the notes I had about the song were about the album. Sorry, was starting off with Barrier for Entry. I found that one was like a faster paced, heavier guitar, kind of that one, again, more of a pop punk song with horns, and had some more aggressive vocals. And then you get to the breakdown, which definitely showcase more of a ska horn kind of a tune. Um, and I also made note that there was some like subtle gang vocals that I liked. But what I really wanted to ask about was kind of toward the end of the song. There's what I believe you referred to as talk tracks, which I thought was kind of different and neat, something I haven't heard of before.
Yeah, Reed was really passionate about talk tracks. We did them
Chatter
for
tracks, chatter
chatter
tracks.
tracks.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. We did them for every song, and it was really fun because she put us in different rooms in the studio, and we couldn't hear each other. So we didn't know what the other person was chattering about, but she had heard this thing about how Weezer does it on like all their songs.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can't even like you don't notice it, but it's like there. So a lot of our songs have some of them have like very obvious chatter tracks like Barrier and
Lie to You is
Lie.
pretty loud.
Oh yeah.
Not Lie to You. I'm thinking of In My Head.
Oh yeah, In My Head.
Oh man, they're everywhere.
In My Head. Yeah, but
In My Head is the most pronounced for sure.
There's other ones where like later we did like a series with Reed where like she sat like me and Max were with her in the studio, and she was just like showing us things that she did on the songs that she really liked, and she would show me some of the chatter tracks, and I'm like, what? Like I don't remember saying that, and I also can't believe that's like in the song. Like there's something about like bunnies. I think I was just like reading bunnies, like different kinds of rabbits, like off my phone. I don't know why. And that's buried somewhere in the song because I was like, what am I saying there? Because it's really low, and then she turned it up for me. And I'm saying something about like something about rabbits. I don't know, but yeah, I think it adds a little flavor to the songs that, yeah, like sometimes you don't even notice that they're there or they have nothing to do with the song, but I don't know. It's pretty funny.
I think
fun.
David, did you read the same sentence off of something for an entire song? And what was that?
Oh yeah. So I was in a room with a piano, and then it was the name of the piano company and the year it was founded. So it was something like Hemingway Piano, 1849, Hemingway Piano, and I did that for a full song for like 2.5 minutes. Just said that over and over and over again.
It made it into the song though.
It did. The weirdest part for me was being like trapped in that room for the whole record with just a microphone in front of you, and you can't help but get like weird and confessional by the end because you're just sort of stir crazy. So right now Reed knows things about me that I should probably not ever share with anyone, but
some of the tracks are like actually
good for her.
meaningful. Like in Barrier, I was like saying a lot of stuff about like when I was in there, I was thinking about like why I wrote it, and like, you know, I wrote it for my daughter. I wanted to like write her something that was like anti-ableist, and just so that she knew that like I cared, and then like I'm an ally for whatever comes her way. So I was talking about that on the chatter track, and a lot of that actually made it into like the bridge of the song. But maybe you just can't like tell everything I'm saying. But yeah, so it's not always silliness. Like you can other things came out of it too. So it was an interesting experiment, and I'm sure we'll do it more like in the future on other things.
The next record is just full chatter track. That's it. There's no
it's
music.
Chatter track with songs.
It's just every member of Half Past Two, all our chatter tracks, just all stacked on top of each other. It's gonna
sounds like
incredible.
This interview. That's my fault, though. Sorry.
Well, moving on to some of the other songs, "Lie to You" and "Dominoes." I felt musically were the more upbeat ska pop punk ones, but then lyrically they addressed kind of some more serious issues, maybe history with the band and things, um, which was kind of a little more of a contrast to the music and maybe some of your past stuff.
Yeah, after opening with Barrier, we're like, well, we really need to throw some ska at them because this first song is not a ska song. But um, with Lie to You and Dominoes, yeah, I especially Dominoes was like one of those songs where I wrote like Regis wanted me to write stuff that was sort of like bothering me or like on my heart or like about past bad experiences. And Dominoes was one of those ones that I knew I had to write because one of the reasons we wrote this record is because our band at the time had a huge falling out, which thankfully, like, things get might fall apart to like fall back together. Like that's how we found Eric and stuff because we needed new members in the band, and I think we're better than ever. But when when I decided to write Dominoes, we were kind of in like a bad place because we were still unsure of like what was going to happen to our band. And that song is sort of about like the people that like left, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it was weird because like I'm not used to putting myself out there like that. Like I'm used to writing like SoCal Summer and like Scratch CD where like they're kind of just like little bops, But I love playing it live and people are like singing it back to you and stuff like that. So
But
it's okay to
it's
be
catchy.
vulnerable, I think. Yeah, I think it's okay to be vulnerable with your music. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I learned with Talk is Killing Me.
And one of the surprising tracks that was actually one of my favorites was the acoustic duet you did with Scott Clafferson, the our playlist. Normally I'm into punk and ska punk and stuff, but that one just I really liked it a lot. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just soft and sweet and just nah, it was one of my favorites.
It's a very different ska song. I
Yeah,
think Max, were you the one that said like that it's like it was a ska song that none of us had ever like that type of ska song we had never really heard
Yeah,
anything like that before.
I've said it before. Like it's not something I like set out to do, and a lot of this, what I'm saying, is down to Reed's production on it. And I'm not saying this like in a way to toot our own horns at all. I can't think of another ska song that sounds like that I've ever heard. Um, and like I said, I'm not I don't want to toot my own horn, and and most of it I'm attributing to Reed, but I think it turned out so cool with like the toy piano and
mhm.
the David played the Ebo. That's what it's called, right?
Yes. So I played an Ebo on
Okay.
a lap steel through like a chorus and a delay pedal. And that's the like wow you hear in the background.
It's very David too. Like I can hear the excitement in your voice just like talking about it.
I got to use four little fun tools in one song.
Well, it was like I say, surprisingly probably one of my favorite tracks on the album, and I normally like the louder, faster, catchy stuff. So,
Thank you.
where does that album rank? Is it you're the one you're most proud of?
Oh yeah, I don't have, well, I guess speaking for me, I I don't like regret. I don't look back on any of our stuff. I mean, maybe like one or two songs, but in general, I don't look back on any of our things and dislike them. But I think clearly we've gotten better each time. Um, and I think this one was, a big leap forward for us, and I could not be more proud of it.
And so you say are starting to work on the next album. Is that what I heard, or is this something just joking around?
Oh, well, we technically started working on the next thing pretty quickly after we
Okay.
finished the last one. But like Tara was saying earlier, we were kind of unprepared for being a touring band.
Hmm.
And we had these lofty goals of like, we're going to finish it by July. And that was July of 2 years ago. And it's not done. But we are working on it. It is not, I don't want to say too much. It's not like it's not a new LP follow up per se, but it is going to be a new
It's an
thing.
experiment. It's an
It's an
experiment.
experiment. It's kind of an
And
experiment.
but it's really cool because like other people, like I said, Eric wasn't in the band before. Eric, you wrote like some stuff on this one, and I'm doing stuff with Reed right now in a different way than like I normally have. And so even though it's kind of going to be like a musical experiment for Half Past Two, it's going to be really good and it's going to be really cool. We just need to finish it. It just needs to get finished.
Am I catching everyone before like a rehearsal? Is that what everyone's together? Or
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, we have like probably 10-15 minutes.
yeah. Everybody else was trying to get here, but they just they
Oh no,
couldn't.
I appreciate everybody that could join us. Yeah, this is great. Um, I guess where we were left off talking about that album. Um, Outside of your albums, you have some covers that are some that are unexpected and some that are kind of unique. You do a Suicide Machines cover of a song that's not really when you would think it would be a ska cover for let's like a more traditional ska. And I really like your Gautier cover of somebody that I used to know. That one's super catchy. You do a Green Day cover for Holiday. Um, I guess there's not really a question there other than how do you pick these covers and how do these come about? And
The holiday one was kind of funny because we actually have a whole EP of covers of the song Holiday, but
okay.
it's because first we started out by doing Holiday by Madonna one year because we always get asked to be part of like this the on the upbeat like
Mm-hmm.
Christmas like charity
Mm-hmm.
album. And I was like, I really don't want to do a Christmas song because like you're always in danger of doing the same song as somebody else because everybody covers Christmas songs. So I was like, why don't we just do Holiday by Madonna and like make it a little bit Christmas like sounding, and then we'll put that on their like charity album. And then the next year we were like, or no, we skipped a year, but then the year after that we
Oh,
were
it was the
like,
next
what?
year. It was the
uh,
next year.
oh, it was next year. The
Yeah.
next year, I was like, oh, like we have a joke in our band that if anybody says like, wouldn't it be funny? Then like we have to do it. So I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we just covered like a bunch of songs by other bands called Holiday, and we can make an EP and call it our Holidays EP. So we have Holiday by Madonna, we have Holiday by Vampire Weekend, Holiday by Green Day, Holiday by Weezer, and then like
Last year
two,
or
it wasn't
2020,
last year. It was like 2 years
2024.
ago. Yeah, then we did Holiday by Turnstile.
Oh,
And yeah, I mean,
uh,
we could keep it going. There are other holiday songs, but so far that's what we have. And that was really fun. But that's how we came up with the Suicide Machines cover is our booking agent, Brent. Everyone knows Brent Friedman. Brent was like, hey, it would be really funny if y'all covered Capsule by Suicide Machines because it just doesn't sound like anything you would do. Because we were supposed to be playing a show, like a couple shows with Suicide Machines, and obviously, like, while we are friends, we're like two totally different bands. So Brent was like, "It'd be so funny if you did it." We're like, "Would it be funny?" So that's how the that one came around too. But
Yeah, he did not
now
think we were going
it's
to do it. He was not serious.
yeah, he didn't think we were gonna do it. But we even Reed when we were like, we're gonna cover the song, Reed's like, how? Like, how are
Well,
we
you
couldn't
pulled it
cover
off,
this
yeah.
song. Yeah, no, we did it. Like people think it's so funny when we play it live. Like Eric just is like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da," and everyone's like, ah, we don't really have any like circle pitting sort of songs, but we always pull that out just to get everybody kind of like hyped up. And yeah, it works. As far as like picking cover songs, it we don't really have a process. Like somebody that I used to know, that was a long time ago, but I just remember like hearing that song everywhere, and it's like so slow, and I was like, wouldn't it would just be kind of it would be funny if we kind of like sped it up and made it into like a
Mhm.
ska song. And it worked really well. Um and then like Three Small Words and stuff, uh,
Yeah, I like
we
that one.
just
That was with Talina, right? Yeah.
yeah, we like the movie, we like the song, but our last batch of covers, like our Menzingers cover, we let everyone sort of pick one. So that was David's like pick. Um, and Max picked Tiny Stills. That song's really fun because it's like under a minute or something like that. It's very, very short because we made it so fast. And yeah, I mean, we had plans to do other ones, but we didn't do a lot. We did a Scowl song. That was my pick. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There's really no process to picking covers. It's just like whatever. Like we often throw them out to like at the wall just to see if it'll stick. And if nobody sounds like they're interested in doing it, we just don't do it. But it gets brought up a lot. They'll be like, we should cover something, something. And if everybody's like looking blank in the face, then we're just like, forget it.
There
Yeah,
are
I'm still working. I'm working on a Between the Buried and Me cover currently, so we'll see whenever that happens.
I've
Uh,
always wanted to do that, and it's called Skalaska by Between the Barry and Me, like
Yo,
Barry Sachs.
gotta be that. I just need to find a sweet picking saxophone player.
We have done some covers like for comps too, though. Like we've done there's a little company called Game Grooves, and they did a Mario Kart ska compilation and a Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy 7 is my favorite game of all time. So we participated in both of those, and we also did a tribute to They Might Be Giants. That's when we did Boss of Me, which is on Bandcamp maybe, but it's not other places because it was on that comp. But we do want to like release it on our own someday.
We've
And
done
then we
so many
did
covers that I forget sometimes, like that we've done a cover. Like all of a sudden, I'll like see it like on my computer when I'm just like deleting files. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, oh my gosh, we like covered this song. Like I totally forgot. Like Boss
and
of
then
Me
you
is one
delete
of
it.
them. No,
I
no,
I
I'll leave
have
it.
full on forgotten we did those video game covers. Those had left my
Okay, the
mind.
only reason I remembered that we did the Final Fantasy one is because like it's been used a lot,
Yeah, it
like
became a
on
meme
Instagram.
recently somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really weird. It's our cover. So it's like it's
But
weird.
it's for Final Fantasy 7 related things, not for ska things. And so people are in the comments are like, "Is this a ska version of Electric to Chocobo?"
We're like, yeah, we did it.
Will there
Oh.
be any cover songs on the tour?
Yes.
Nice.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're the
I
opening
mean,
band. We gotta have some
maybe.
covers, We gotta get like you gotta get the audience hyped up with stuff that they know. That's
Mhm.
my theory. So
And I saw that you played SmackDown 2 with Mustard Plug and the Toasters last month, right? Correct? Yeah.
yes,
And
yes, yes.
so, and then the Bad Time Tour is next.
And the Bad Time Tour is
Yes,
next.
it
Yep.
Is,
is.
is there anything planned after that?
The things we have announced are well in
Who's
May.
that fest? Yeah.
We're going to Pooza Fest. We're going to Canada for the first time.
Okay.
And we're playing up there. And then in June we are going back to Canada for Victoria Ska and Reggae Fest, and we're gonna play some shows with our buddies Against All Authority
Okay.
afterward because we'll both be up there. So we're like, why not play some more shows? So we're gonna come down to Seattle and Portland and play some shows with all them. Um,
And there
and
may or
there's
may
other
not be
things.
several other things that are not announced. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, there's other things, but like they're just not announced yet. So
Anything
yeah.
else you want to promote while we're here?
I don't know. I think you got it all. Eric's beautiful hair and David's wonderful smile and Savannah's hair flips. I don't know. I don't know what else to promote.
Oh, I'll promote that I'm moving to Oakland. So if you live in the East Bay, let's be friends.
Unfortunately, our head editor Jeff recently moved from the Oakland area, the San Francisco Bay Area, and now
Ships in the night.
yeah. I did have noticed in some of your videos and in maybe in some photos and stuff the ska now more than ever banner, and it's funny that we mentioned Adam Davis, him and Aaron would say that as like their slogan on the In Defense of Ska, and I always thought it came from them, and then we had Monique on the podcast, and she told me that she came up with that, and I
Yeah,
didn't
she
know.
did.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if you had any connection with it, but I've happened to notice that banner in like some of your videos and stuff.
Oh, I
Well,
just think it's
the
really
banner
cool.
the
Yeah.
banner is Adam, like it's an Omnigon banner
Okay.
or whatever. But you know, the phrase "gone now more than ever" was like really funny. But yeah, for a while, Adam was saying it and using
Mm-hmm.
it, and everybody thought that it came from Adam, but Adam and Aaron had Monique on their podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that on the
Okay.
podcast, and Adam just sort of ran with it because he was like, "Oh, I like that," you
Yeah.
know. But he never denied that it did not cut. Like he never was like, "No, I came up with it." No, he was just like, "Oh, this is cool," and like it's just I'm gonna make a banner out of it. Now I don't think he uses it as much because it blew up on the internet and stuff. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Safe Ferris like has taken it back, and I've seen a lot of their banners like on stage say "Ska now more than ever." So,
Okay.
but yeah, I still have the banner, and I know that Catbite made one that says "Meow now more than
Oh,
ever."
okay.
No, I thought it's ska meow more than ever.
Oh yes, "Ska meow more than ever." That's what it was.
It actually says meow 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 meow.
Oh man.
Well, I have just one last question for I guess the guitar players because I think it was David mentioned some effects pedals, and my daughter plays guitar, so I'm becoming more and more of like a effects pedal junkie. What's your favorite or go-to pedals that you like?
Eric has a lot of pedals too and plays guitar. So
Okay,
Eric,
I
you
was going
should
to say,
put.
I'm
Oh,
definitely going to throw my
anyone.
answer in on this one too.
Okay.
How much
Welcome.
time do you have?
You got the wrong two people if you want a quick answer
Oh
for that
boy, oh
question.
boy, oh boy.
Mine's real easy. I use a Kemper modeling amp or profiler amp, and
Okay.
and Reed programmed it for me. The end.
Let's not go with actual pedals. Let's just hit pedal companies. Like you can't go wrong with JHS. You can't go wrong with Walrus. You can't go wrong with Earthquaker. Anything within the realm of those three, you're gonna hit on something that's going to sound good.
Does Walrus have a Paul pedal?
Probably. They have a pedal for
Yeah.
everything.
I'm a huge fan of synth effects pedals for bass and guitar. So I know Electro Harmonics has a lot of good options for those. That's a pedal company I've always really liked. They do more like weird niche stuff from time to time. Death by Audio, I like a lot of their stuff. It's a little weird, a little space age looking, but I've been running a Line 6 Helix pedal for anything on the road, guitar and bass. It's just really simple and it gives you a big bank of options, which can be, a lot of fun. If you just need stuff on the fly, you can patch anything in you need.
Very cool. Very cool. Is there going to be I know there's a Less Than Jake signature pedal. Is there going to be a 2:30?
Yeah,
pedal?
that Wonder pedal. That I've played that one a couple of times. Oh man, that one's so good too. If somebody out there wants to make a 2:30 signature pedal, yes, please contact me, contact Eric, contact Max, contact all of
Yeah.
us.
What kind of pedal would it be
Half
then?
tone.
A ska
Ooh.
pedal.
don't contact me. I don't know anything about any of this. I'm just listening right now.
I was once asked after a show what pedal I use to get to play ska, and I was just like, oh, that's just my hands, and they like couldn't compute it. Like they thought that like somehow a pedal made the upstrokes or something.
Mhm.
It was very sweet, and also very funny.
Well, I appreciate everyone for joining us. Good luck and hope the tour goes well. Unfortunately, you're not coming to the East Coast, so I'll miss this one. But I hope everyone else listening can check you out, enjoy the show. And anything else you want to add?
Come to the shows. Come see us. Come see Bad Op. Come see Jared. Come see
Ska
Phil
now more
Lincoln.
than ever. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just really excited for the Bad Time tour, and I hope everybody that can make it out to the shows that we're playing can. I mean, if you can go to any of the shows, go. But if you can come see
Yeah, and anywhere
us,
on
then
this
come.
tour, you are not getting a bad band.
Mhm.
So no matter where you are, if you see the Bad Time tour is coming through, go.
No
Don't
bad
Yeah,
bands, just Bad Time tour.
I also
Yes.
heard that the Palms are reverse headlining one of the dates, so that's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool. You should definitely go to that one.
No matter what, you're at least getting the best of the worst.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna hit the Charlotte one, which is a flying raccoon suit. So looking forward to that.
Oh,
I'm a
Oh,
big
that'll be
yay!
so
Love
good.
that. Yes, love that.
Our
and I believe we're
family.
gonna have them on the podcast also. I'm a big Bad Operation fan too. So, thank you so much
Thank you.
again for joining us.
Cool.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
man.
for having us.
Enjoy
Thank
your-
you.
Thank you.
Bye.